big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. In my front yard, hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board. 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. But I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
180. Mike 50.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's Samuels. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
They can't hang with 6'6". Pull it high.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Rudolph. But it's brought in by Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Samuels. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set, 8, read. 44. Let's go. Check 37. Check 37. 5.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now this throw complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he finds McDonald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the ball. Ready.
Rudolph. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Browns shaking up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On first down, Samuels. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Samuels. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let it 30 base. 44.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
X3, 218, chop.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Landry, the intended target. They'll run on first down. Samuels. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 15, check 15.
At the Browns' 20-yard line.
Snap.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side. It's
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Staying on the ground with Samuels. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Hey, 4 down.
And again, it's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on. Ready?
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Samuels again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
53, Mike.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it, the defense.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He was looking for Landry that time. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rudolph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
First down, Browns. 180. I got you. I got you.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. You don't want nothing. Come here. Pick up the ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Hey, 133.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Ready. 70, Indy. Shoot.
Now Rudolph. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Amendola, he was the intended target. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
You got three down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Let's go.
Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by SaYdAT, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the